So people often say I look quite fit these days. We're not quite fit, but um, I do work out quite a bit, in reality. And also, more importantly, I follow a specific kind of diet. I say more importantly, but I feel like following a diet usually is counterproductive in the sense that people try to restrict the amount of food they eat or control it very rigorously, and that'll just defeat the purpose. It'll just make them want more food once they start to feel hungry, or they won't stick to it basically. But basically the approach I've adopted is to make good meals in the sense that I like cooking. I like to be involved in the cooking process. I like actually making the meal. A lot of people just do make meals, but they might not actually enjoy the cooking. But I do enjoy that. Always was probably going to, haven't always actually tried it. Also because to be honest, I've been living at home for a while. But my mom is a very good cook, one of the best out there. So, perhaps it was, and she always taught me about cooking when I was willing to listen. And I should have always been, wasn't always, but now I am. Now I try to be. Um, but the reason I mention all this is because if it wasn't for that, I feel like it'd be more important, if anything, to focus on exercise and then just burn off whatever I eat. But I actually enjoy the meals I make that are also, high in protein, high in certain carbohydrates and so on. I think, but well, basically, it hasn't always been the case. As you can see from this photo, I used to be much more overweight. This was in 2017. And in those times, I would mainly eat takeaway and didn't exercise, didn't really at all. Um, had a lot of mental health issues and so on. But over the years, so starting about 2018, I started working out most days. I basically, my approach was to focus on making more with less, in that I would do a workout of, 10 minutes tops, but make sure I did it every day. And I mean, technically, it's better the other way around to do. Well, it depends on who you ask, I guess, but I feel like people would say you should do more than 10 minutes, and some people would say once you've actually gotten used to it, you should um focus on condensing it a bit and then doing it a few times throughout the week, but for more time. But I think just if you're starting out, basically, that was the better approach because it just meant it became more manageable psychologically. It wasn't like something I built up into something arduous and terrifying. It was something I actually kind of started to look forward to once I realized it could benefit the other work I was interested in, which is more academic and creative and so on. So I think basically the message is you never know. Why not give it a shot? It doesn't have to be anything to do with physical fitness. But I mean, as you can see for yourselves, I wasn't really interested in that before. I was focused on other things. I never thought I would be, but I felt like I might as well. I was just, yeah, because it was getting to the point where, I wasn't living a great life. And if you can live a great life, why wouldn't you? Um, in a way, it's in your power. It's not always, of course, like there are other factors. Um, particularly because these aren't, you know, if we're being honest, these aren't the happiest times or a happy society. It's a very dark world we live in many ways. But it is the fact that if you just persist, if you're just consistent and do the hard work, you can achieve things. Because I never thought I would, but I did. All false modesty aside, I did, at least as you can see, lose some weight. So yeah, you never know. Just go for it.